Former Saints quarterback Drew Brees takes the field before last night's home game against the Denver Broncos. At halftime, he entered the franchise's Hall of Fame. Leave it to his longtime head coach to ruin the night for New Orleans. And there's your reminder of the guy that used to win football games. Now, the Saints, not so much. 2-0 has become 2-5. And last night, as we say good morning and hello to Rodney Harrison, last night, worst Thursday night game of the year. They all can't be winners. Last night was not a winner for an objective neutral fan that just wanted a good football game. If you're a Broncos fan, though, you're very happy about the 33-10 victory. And good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Mike. Last night was terrible. Let's just face it. And it was really nice to see Sean Payton go back up in there. Drew Brees was one of my old teammates. Played with him for, I think, a few years out in San Diego. But it was an absolute disaster. And for me, I look at the Saints, and at one point in time when they were 2-0, I was looking at their defense. I was looking at their secondary, how many plays they were making. I was like, man, this defense is pretty good. Then all of a sudden, guys started getting hurt. They started missing games. And the defense has completely gone down. And that's something that Dennis Allen should take pride in because he's a defensive-minded coach. And for me, I think you just got to blow everything up, Mike. Marshawn Lattimore, you got all these guys, these veteran players. Cam Jordan, I think he's going to probably consider maybe walking away after this year. But they got a lot of veteran players, and they probably need to blow this thing up.
Yeah, and a lot of injuries coming into the game. More last night, headlined by Paulson Adebo with a broken femur during the game. But Marshawn Lattimore got injured last night, hamstring issue. And the schedule is what it is. Now, it's not exactly equitable anymore among the 32 teams. For example, the league will tap teams twice on the shoulder for a Sunday to Thursday turnaround. Several teams did it last year. Several teams are doing it this year. The Saints got something that several other teams will get this year that hadn't happened since 2018 when you play on a Monday, a Sunday, and a Thursday. So from October 7 to the 17th, you got 3 games. That's going to get you banged up. And we reported last night, there were 3 or 4 Saints players who were ruled out last night who, if this game had been played on Sunday instead of Thursday, they would have been able to go. And that's the one thing that gets glossed over by the NFL in Thursday Night Football, which is here to stay, short week football. They say the injury rate's the same if you have 6 days off between games or 3 days off between games. So it's just as safe. The injury rate's the same. Yeah, but you have guys who, if they had those 3 extra days to recover from Sunday, would be ready to go. You expect them to go again on Thursday. There's going to be guys who can't go. And we saw that last night in the quality of the Saints. Again, no excuses. Nobody's going to cry for anyone. But you get a lopsided game like that sometimes because one team's players aren't fully ready to go and the other teams are.
Well, and it's easy to say that when you're sitting in the office with a suit on to say that, hey, three days won't matter. But when you're out there on the football field, 3 days is a big deal because you're talking about recovery. You're talking about allowing your body a chance to, get massages, to get in the ice tub and just naturally just rest your body. And it's tough, man. I talked to Coach Dungy about it, and he thinks it's absolutely ridiculous to have a team play on a Monday night, come back, play on Sunday, and then on a Thursday. I still believe, and I've been saying this for years when it should be 2 bye weeks. It should be 2 bye weeks. What's the big deal about having 2 bye weeks? And I think what it does, Mike, it ensures that, these players have the ample enough time to recover. But it also, to me, I think it'll put a better product on the football field when you have guys that are able to take a rest and be able to recover their bodies, their minds, their emotions. It's not just a physical thing that football players do, but it's also they deal with real life, just like real human beings. So if they can get another week off to reset their mind, to reset their emotions, I think it's a really smart thing and something that the NFL should really think deeply on, Mike, because you start talking about mental health of the players. It's a lot of anxiety that's created because of all these games back to back to back. And then the pressure of trying to stay healthy and not being healthy. It's a lot on these players' psyches. So this is something that the NFL should definitely consider.
That's a great point. With the concussion situation that came to a head just about 15 years ago to the day. The NFL was forced to care about player health and safety. Some would say they really don't. They just are doing what they have to do to create the impression that they care. But they definitely care about the quality of the product on the field. So at some point, it's one and the same. Are you putting the best players out there on a regular basis? And I think the second bye conversation becomes a very real thing when they inevitably jam 18 games into the regular season schedule, which is coming sooner than later. We know the NFL wants it. They talk about it openly now. So 2 bye weeks with that, it makes sense because it is a huge toll that accumulates on the human body from the course of week 1 through what will be week 19 and then the postseason after that. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.